So just your general impressions from today?
It was a very good workout. It was, we were getting to that point in the year where fatigue is really starting to be an issue with these guys. And I mean, most of them are pushing double-digit workouts by this time, and the draft is on the horizon. So I think everyone kind of sees the finish line coming up, and it was good to have still a competitive workout, guys fighting through it and giving it their all, and we always say that as long as they approach it like a job interview, it's kind of the best way to go, and the guys really did that today.
Is there extra notice for the guys that look even more in shape at this point in the process?
Yeah, I mean, you can definitely see the guys who whether it's their agency or the group of people they're training with, that have taken a special interest in getting them to this point and using this time to really kind of get in the best shape of their lives. And they stand out, especially as the workout goes on, we try to do a lot of the skill-based stuff early before the fatigue starts setting in, and then it becomes more of a battle of attrition by the end, and you can see the guys that are still have the energy and they're still pushing, and they've clearly trained for this moment, and they're doing well in it.
How did Naz do in your mind?
He played really well. He damn near broke the record on the last drill, but he's an interesting player in that he's really multi-dimensional in the guard spot, and he's really shown a lot in terms of what he can do with the ball in his hands from a point guard mentality, and that might be the next step for him is kind of making that transition. And we all know he can shoot the ball well enough, and he did it again today, and it's the next step of creating shots for other guys and playing within again, it's a 3-on-3 setting here, but playing within this team setting, it's a good look for him to kind of project him with the ball in his hands down the road.
What's the last week like for the front office? Is there any scrambling left to get anybody else in, or now do you have to sort of consolidate your information and really make a list?
Yeah. We I mean, there's enough time between now and the draft to where if last minute workouts happen, we have opportunity to do them, but we're definitely not, I wouldn't say scrambling to try to get guys in as much as kind of hunkering down and really honestly debating names at this point, because there's so much of people kind of being scattered on opinions on guys. So right now we're trying to really convince one another and try to explain why you see a guy more than what the other guys might see him, and you go back and forth and you watch a lot of film, kind of to help push that, and then while that's going on, we're doing a lot of background calls and just trying to do as much prep work as we can for getting into the week of the draft, when it's a lot more of at that point, really trying to drill down the list and get it to a comfortable point.
Do you think the guy you're going to draft was in one of these workouts, or is it still unfair to say that because of how the draft can shake down?
Yeah, I would say it's I could say, yeah, I mean, there's a definite possibility, but then, yeah, with the way the draft is such a crazy night, and so many things happen, and there's always a couple surprises early on where it pushes guys down that we either weren't anticipating being there, or we thought there's a chance and we tried really hard to get them in, but they didn't anticipate being there. So there's always that dynamic going on, and if all goes the way that is expected, then yeah, I think we've, whether or not we saw them here or we saw them close at another workout or something, we've seen the guys that we're really kind of choosing between up close, and we know them pretty well, to where the group of guys that we're kind of mostly debating right now, we're pretty firm on who we think it'll be, but then there could always be a couple wild cards added in come draft night that we have to kind of prep for and be ready if that happens.